right, it's time for our schlong, and this there's a couple videos that we wanted to schlong about. The first one being this woman, young girl, who apparently was in a job interview and was asking if any accommodations could be made for time blindness. And this was a few months ago. And this is actually one of the videos that I got taken down from my own TikTok account because I responded to it and I was not nice. And because it's not a thing. I mean, come on. And then I got yelled at by all kinds of people saying, if you have ADHD, then you totally can have time blindness. And it's a legit, real thing. Here she is to explain her plight.
So I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question. So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time, you know? And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else. And then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist. And if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job.
They're right.
You know, provided you're trying your absolute best to be there. And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace. And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that, yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled. And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system? And then to think I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's entitlement.
Yeah. You know, people back in our day had, I'm sure there are people who have ADHD and ADD and stuff like that. We just kind of dealt with it. And I mean, I'm sure that I have a little touch of that because I'm all over the place. But I can tell you right now, I was always on time. You know, there's never a time, like I would never blame anything on time blindness. And these people are freaking lazy. They're just lazy and entitled.
I mean, the people that came after me for saying the obvious, which is like, if I was an employer and someone said, can you make an accommodation for my time blindness? I would happily hand them a clock and I would be like, use this.
Because they've been coddled. Those are the people who have been coddled their whole life and told you have no accountability or personal responsibility for anything. And that chick is one of them. I mean,
but they were saying that this is like legit. It can be hugely problematic for someone with ADHD, that it's a legit thing. And that these same people can also overwork because they just have no sense of time. I know. And I'm just like, this is something. And then I was so thankful for all the people with time blindness that spoke up and said, I have this and it is my responsibility to manage it, not my employer's. Yes, and I was like, thank you.
It's your responsibility to do pretty much everything in life and not anybody else's responsibility. Right. You are responsible for yourself, period. If you have to set 4 alarms and like punch yourself in the face, do it. It's your responsibility. That's what a lot of these kids just don't get. Right. They think it's somebody else's responsibility, or we have to dismantle the culture. What?
I know.
What does that even mean? What do you mean dismantle the culture? What is that?
A culture that would require people to be on time.
Right. So we're going to shut everything down. Okay. That means that you have no place to live and nowhere to go because you're time blind. What? Like, oh my God, the drama and just the coddling, the drama, the absolute entitlement of these kids. It's staggering to me. Like, who raised these kids? And I blame them.
And it's fine for, you know, she can have that video and bitch about all these employers not helping her with her time blindness. But when I post a video saying, hi, this is crazy and this is not a thing and you're being ridiculous and you need to just be a responsible human and manage your own time, it got taken down. So that was neat. You guys, huge sale right now of everything at MyPillow is like $25. Everything, including the towels. I can't say everything. I mean, there are things that are
a lot of stuff though.
But so much stuff. Okay. So when you go to mypillow.com/chicks, you're going to see all the stuff you can do for $25. The premium MyPillows, the ones that are made with the Giza cotton fabric, even the king size, $25.
Ooh,
the bed sheets, the Giza Dream sheets, the percale, the flannel, the sets of sheets, $25. Sandal sides and slippers, $25. The multi-use MyPillows, $25. Dish towels, $25. Beach towels, $25. So much stuff is part of this $25 extravaganza-thon. And so you should be hitting up mypillow.com/chicks. Make sure to use code chicks because that is what will secure you the $25 rate on so many of their amazing, amazing products. I highly recommend stocking up on towels because you cannot beat that price for a 6-piece set of towels.
True.
$25. Are you kidding me? mypillow.com/. All right. Speaking of time and just conception of time and how people view time, you're about to learn something because I just learned this too, that if you're queer, time is a whole different thing. It doesn't work the same. And I just can't, you guys, here.
Queer and trans people actually experience time completely differently to cishet people. It's a concept called queer temporality, and it basically has to do with the fact that historically, as queer and trans people, our lives have started much later and for a whole bunch of reasons ended earlier than our cishet counterparts. So as a result, our experience of time is compressed. It also has to do with the fact that those milestones that we've been socialized to use to mark the passage of time, so things like marriage or having children or, working, retiring, inheritance, things like that, haven't been accessible to us. And that linear timeline has a name. Heterochronology.
Oh my God.
And as queer and trans people, our experience of time often sits outside that. Basically, it's super interesting, and I'm going to be unpacking it more this week on the podcast. Yeah, so listen in wherever you like to do that.
Yes, listen in and then pay me for that. No one's going to do that. I'm not doing that. You're completely insane. We need to bring back mental asylums. Seriously. These people they're making crap up as they go along. They're completely insane. And what's more insane is that people will buy into that.
Oh yeah. Like, and then the accommodations will be made.
Yeah, that's a thing. It's totally a thing. STFU.
So time blindness and heterochronology. Is that what she called it?
Yeah, I don't know. Time is, okay. But no, I reject it.
Same.
I reject it. You're crazy. Quit making up crazy talk and quit making all this stuff up that nobody. No, I reject it.